If you go and hit that against the ground, it's only going to get worse.
Right. It's already in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to get it. You'd have to be smart enough to find a branch where you could slip that over and torque your head.
Yeah. I don't think
it off.
I don't think that's happening if you're a pig.
Is this awful? I mean, often that this happens where they kill themselves by growing that tusk into their brain? Look at that.
I don't know. That looks like two of them heading that direction.
Fuck.
A crazy animal.
What a beautiful animal, though.
So there's an extinct subspecies of those called the Moluccan barbaroussa, which in the single island near Sulawesi used to be, and then they think people have hunted them, to extinction, localized extinction within that island and that subspecies. But some people I know that worked over there ate one. So they're like, yeah, no, we ate this wild pig with these crazy horns. Recently? And I was like, yeah, this was like 2 years ago. Oh. And they have no proof and they don't have the skull and they don't have the picture. They were traveling and they're like, yeah, we got back and we ate this pig with these wild horns on this particular island. And I was like, wait, is that possibly a Moluccan barbaroussa? I was like, I don't know. And you look where they were and what they said and what they ate, and it's like, oh, that could be an extinct subspecies that you guys consumed.
Well, how many biologists are actually actively out there looking for these creatures?
Well, those I would say 0 currently, that species. But with regards to this field of presumed extinct animals, it seems to be a movement that's expanding, and I think one of the reasons for that is we have a rate of something like 2,000 species a year being deemed extinct, right? So when you have that many animals being deemed extinct every year, there's flags being put up. Is it really extinct? Have we looked everywhere? And so this, I don't want to say I was the first, but I feel like I was in that wave of first people to start looking into extinction as far as ongoing animals wrongfully deemed extinct. And now it's like mainstream in the biology world. It's like there's a lot of people that are like, I'm going to go see if I can find this thing.
Is it because it's a romantic sort of thing? There's a lot of cash. Like if you can find seem to be extinct barbaroussa.
I think so. I think it's very romantic,
yes.
As opposed to just setting out to study something that we know that's there, this like harrowing journey to find this creature that the world has written off. It's very romantic.
Have you ever heard of the orang pendek?
Oh, what is this? Is like this is a cryptid, right?
Yes.
What is? I've heard this word.
Tiny monkey person.
That's right. Did we talk about this last time? We might have. Yeah.
I'm very repetitive.
That's okay. I don't mind. It's still fun. It's not in my wheelhouse, like the cryptids, the Loch Ness monsters. I think that one they think is in Vietnam. I think it's in Vietnam and maybe some other parts of Southeast Asia. And the most people thought it was nonsense until the Homo floresiensis, until they found out about that hobbit person that lives in the island of Flores, and then they're like, okay, hold on, or lived, I should say, right,
as recently as 14,000 years ago, right? So when they found out about that thing, they're like, well, maybe these little fuckers are still hanging around out there somewhere.
Yeah,
just you're dealing with incredibly dense jungle, and they're very wary. I mean, if you're a person stomping through the jungle, something that lives there hears you a mile away.
For sure.
You're not sneaking up on a monkey.
No. Well, this year, I went into Songdung, which is the world's largest cave. That was only discovered in 1995. It's this massive opening, 6 miles of underground cave. You don't see daylight for 2 days.
6 miles.
You should look at the pictures of this place. You'll love it. I mean, it's just this, it looks like something out of Avatar. I mean, this cave, you can fit New York City skyscrapers inside of it. It's so big. It has its own weather system.
What?
Yeah. It's
Where is this?
So it's in the Annamite mountain range between Vietnam and Laos. And we got to go into it this year because we were looking for this habitat. In fact, this is my show that comes out tonight. We were looking for this habitat.
Where is it on so people can hear it?
Animal Planet.
Fresh.
Extinct
Animal
or Alive. Tonight at 9 p.m. on Animal Planet. We go into Songdung Cave.
Set your DVRs, kids.
Plug.
Yeah.
But
so let's see this. Oh my God.
Yeah. There's Hang Songdung. That's the entrance to it, and look at the size of it. The scope of it is massive. I need
something to compare it to. What am I looking at? I'm seeing the.
Those are little tents. People.
Oh, those are tents.
There's full lake systems in there. And,
oh my God, that's inside the tent? I mean, that's inside the cave?
Yeah. Look at the wedding cake. That one right there. That's called the wedding cake. That one. It's these pyres. I mean, it's the most fantastic looking thing. There's a person standing on top of that little pyre right there for scale.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's insane. More people have summited Everest than have been through that cave.
Wow. Well, people summit Everest every day now.
Well, that's why. But yeah, so that's the wedding cake.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
I have a picture just like that I'm very proud of.
My God, that's so spectacular.
But what's amazing is about 2/3 of the way through the system, you can see where what you're looking at is areas where the cave roof has collapsed and there's isolated pockets of ecosystem, right? So we were talking about the pygmy people that could live in the forests of Vietnam. This is my point is this giant 6-mile long cave with these huge openings wasn't even discovered until I think 95. So what's to say a tribe of small people couldn't hide in something like that and move in and out and never be seen? I mean, it's fantastic.
There was a stupid movie about people that lived underground that ate people. Remember that? There's a bunch of chicks.
Was that The Cave?
The Descent?
The
Descent, that's what it was.
Yes.
So my whole team watched, we spent like, when we were going, like leading up to this expedition, we're like, all right, let's watch a bunch of bad horror cave movies before we go.
The first one's bad. The second one is so bad, it's funny.
Yeah, right.
Because they did a Descent too, and you're like, wait, oh fuck.
As you were bringing that up, I stumbled across a video, it's obviously probably not real, of an orang pendek.
No, it's totally real, Jamie.
Well,
Stop
I
being
know,
a
but
party
I mean, like,
pooper.
have you ever seen this? These guys
God,
are on
such
bikes.
a dick.
And this thing runs out in front of them.
Let me see.
It doesn't look like CGI is the only thing I'm going with at the moment. It's obviously probably not real.
That's definitely
but,
a
like,
person.
It had a tail or something.
What?
They were doing like freeze frames of it.
What?
I stopped watching because you guys took me on the cave thing, but
What?
it's a 10-minute video. If neither of you have seen this before, then
I've never seen it
Where
before.
are they?
Kind of new.
They're in Vietnam?
I think so.
Bro.
Like they were just out riding their bikes, and this thing, they caught it on their GoPros, and then they were trying to find it.
Let's see.
They could also be trying to troll everyone on the internet. I don't know.
Do these guys have a troll video? I mean, what is their YouTube page? Have you gone to their YouTube page?
It's like on a Bigfoot website. Sasquatch Chronicles.
But that's the problem. Is remember in Men in Black how they used to always check the whatever it was called? They check like the National Enquirer for like tips on aliens.
Yeah.
Where else do you go to get this info though?
Right. Let me see this again.
It'll pop
So
out right
they're riding.
here.
Here it goes. They're riding.
there. Like, what the fuck is that?
Whoa.
That's definitely a person or a humanoid.
It's really tiny, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's running pretty fast.
But it also
Whoa.
could be like,
bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Could be bullshit. But it could be a little monkey person. Look, we know those little monkey people were real.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn. Imagine if that's real.
And keep in mind, and again, I'm not like a huge cryptid guy, but keep in mind, as a Homo sapien, they have a higher intellect, which means they're better at avoiding people, right?
Right.
So it's not unreasonable to say if there was a group of small humanoids out there that didn't want to be discovered, they could stay hidden.
Yeah, and if it's really small,
Mm-hmm.
and also some sort of a hominid that has intelligence,
Right.
It's probably got a pretty decent food source in the jungle.
Yep.
But they would find a dead one, wouldn't they?
That's always the argument, right? Why isn't there a roadkill
Yeah.
X or Y? Yeah.
But the thing is, like, there's a lot of mountain lions. Good luck finding a dead one.
Yeah.